You brought Foden into the team, and there's been a fair bit of discussion about him. How do you think he did? And it was interesting to see you switch your wingers just for half time and suddenly 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I thought we had complete control of the game in the first half, but the obvious thing was we didn't create enough clear chances. We were a little bit out of balance with our midfield attacking, and we just felt that although if you asked them which wings they'd like to play on, that where they started would be where those 2 wingers want to play. We thought we could get the option of either of them going on the outside by reversing it, but also they can both come in off the line, and Phil did that really, really well, obviously, with the run for the free kick. So, yeah, in the end, players make those decisions work. I'm watching lots of games in this tournament, and the big players have stepped up and created big moments, and tonight our forward line didn't do enough of that in the first half, but in the second half they really did.
Hi Gareth, Jacob Steinberg from The Guardian. You've been very reliant on Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling for your goals in maybe the last couple of years. How important is it to have Marcus coming in? He's actually now the top scorer joint in the World Cup now. How important is it to have him coming in and contributing like that? Yeah, no, you need goals from all areas, and of course it's a problem for opposition teams if the threat is coming from other areas of the pitch. So we have talked about that a lot, as you say. Across the 3 games, pretty much all of our forward line have got off the mark. If not with goals, then with important assists and quality assists. And that's a good place for the forwards to be, because they want to have that confidence. It's competition for places, which we need, and people have to deliver. But in general, I thought our forwards were good. I thought our midfield were excellent tonight. They really controlled the game. They won so much second ball. They pressed really well, and that made the opportunities quite often for the forwards, and it also made the job of the defenders a lot easier than it might have been.
Hi Gareth, James AP. Can you tell us a little bit about Marcus and what he's been through over the past year? Obviously the penalty miss, but he's lost his form, he lost his place, he's had his injuries. What does it say about him as a character to come back and do what he's doing at this World Cup? Yeah, I mean, it's been a challenge for him. I sort of went and saw him in the summer, had a long chat with him, and he had some clear ideas on things that he felt he needed to think about and to do. You can see with his club, there's been happiness in his performances this year. And I have to say that's shown itself on the training ground all the time with us. We've got a different version completely to the player we had in the Euros last summer. So he's managed to produce those moments tonight. He could have had a hat-trick really, with the chance in the first half and then the one at the near post towards the end. But great for him, and because it's great for him, it's great for us.
Hi Gareth, Dan Kilpatrick, Evening Standard. Raheem and Bukayo have always played very well for England, and Phil and Marcus played very well tonight. It must be a really nice headache for you to have for the Senegal game. Yeah, definitely. And you want those sorts of decisions. We need strength in depth. It was also important for us tonight, Kyle Walker getting minutes and Calvin Phillips getting minutes, because you just never know when we're going to need that depth, and different opponents maybe require different qualities when we're preparing the team. So it's tough because you've got players that didn't get onto the field and players that will be slightly disappointed with that. But the spirit in the dressing room at the end was fantastic, and they've got a day off their feet now. They don't have to train tomorrow. That's important, especially the players that haven't started as many games. They've been training every single day, and they need that breather. They don't have to look at our faces, which I'm sure they'll be delighted with, and we can start to prepare for the knockout round.
Gareth, that's Pierre from L'Equipe. Can you say maybe just a few words about Senegal? I don't know if you have the opportunity to see them during this World Cup, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that England is going to play against them.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see their games in the tournament. I saw them play Iran in Vienna in September, so had a good look at them then. And you know, from when we get on the coach to go home, we'll be studying the games now to prepare the game. So we obviously know quite a few of the individuals, some big players playing in big leagues in Europe, across Europe, some playing in England. And yeah, we know that on the rankings we'll be the favourites. We've got to deal with that, but we play a very dangerous team.
Gareth, you have had a chance to get a few other important players on the pitch tonight. When you reflect on this group stage and these 3 games, and you compare it to the previous 2 tournaments, where would you say you are? Do you feel more positive after these 3 games than you did in Russia and even last year? Do you think you're in good shape? Do you think, you know, how positive do you feel about where you're going next?
Yeah, I think, well, definitely compared to Russia, I think there's a different mentality about the whole group. There's more belief. You know, our objectives are different. In Russia, we were just thinking about, could we win a knockout game? There's more expectation now, but more confidence and more experience of big matches. So I don't know if we're ahead of where we were last summer, but definitely we're pleased that the objective we set out to do, the first objective's achieved. The spirit of the team is good. We've got most of the group on the pitch, which is fabulous for the dynamic of the group. And actually no yellow cards, I think, as well, which is a really good position for us.
We'll do a couple more questions. The gentleman here in the second row.
Hi Gareth, James Ollie from ESPN. Just on Marcus, he's been in and told us that his goal celebration was in recognition of a friend of his who passed away. It's obviously something that has affected him. I just wondered if you thought twice about playing him because of that, and could you just talk a bit about the bravery he's shown sort of in that context?
I didn't have any idea, so that didn't manifest itself in his body language or his demeanour. It wasn't something he mentioned to us. I've just heard outside that was what had happened. I did wonder because it's not his usual celebration. So yeah, he'll be able to articulate that better than me, really.
We'll do the last question here.
Gareth, it's Matt Law at the Daily Telegraph. I've just checked, and in Russia, when the team got through the knockout stages, you let them have a couple of beers, you said. We're in a dry country, so I wondered what the equivalent is over here that they can have.
We've got loads of milkshake back at the hotel. Yeah, it's everything is different, isn't it? So we're embracing it. We love our base camp. The people that are operating the hotel are fabulous people. Really, we couldn't be happier. And we're enjoying each other's company. The players are really tight. So to this point, we're very pleased. Of course, the big business starts now, really.